In early pioneer days, social activities usually consisted of the neighborhood gathering together to help build a log house or a barn. After a hard day's work, everyone would enjoy a sumptuous meal prepared by the ladies, and a dance would follow, sometimes into the wee hours of the morning. In the 1880s through to the 1950s, barn raisings were a common event. These barns had a frame of massive squared timber, hewn with a broad axe, and were held together with mortise and tenon, held together with wooden pegs. Barn framers would travel from farm to farm, squaring the timbers and assembling various sections on the ground. When all of these sections were completed, word was spread throughout the community that the barn raising would take place on a certain day. Men, women, and children alike would come for miles around, bringing tools, spike poles, food, refreshments. By evening, the barn would be assembled, rafters and siding in place. A feast and a celebration would follow. These barn raisings were usually a competitive event. Two captains would be appointed, and they took turns choosing up sides. Each side would be allotted one side of the barn, and as each section was raised, girts and pegs were mauled into place. The plates, 10-inch square beams sometimes 60 feet long, were hoisted into place 18 feet above ground. Purlian plates and posts were raised and lifted into position and then pegged. Then rafters were pulled up by hand and secured. The roofing material was then secured to the rafters. The captain and his team that finished first were the winners and got to eat first. Some well-known barn framers in Brook Township were Spencer Hill, Archie Walker, and Archie Campbell. The only measuring tools they used were a 2-foot carpenter square and a tape measure, or an 8-foot pole marked off in 1-foot intervals. A barn raising required men with skill, sure-footedness, great strength, and people not afraid to work 40 feet above ground. Safety belts were unheard of.